What's up, everybody, and thanks for tuning in to another episode of Between the Cons. My name is Chris, and with me today, the Ginger Giant. And you just peeked the microphone.
It was all white.
All white. Like the Oscars. Anyways...
But
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. For everybody that's hit us up on the internet this week, we really appreciate it. I just knocked my mouse over. And then, of course, everybody that's left a review on the iTunes store, we appreciate that as well.
Love it that you do that. We love it.
Love it. But yeah, so we got some nerdy news for you guys today. So we're gonna jump right in to pineapple.
We're gonna have a pineapple situation. What should I do?
Pineapple.
The word that cannot be spoken.
Pineapple.
Just want to say pineapple. If
Pineapples are fun. My dad used to throw them at me.
Pineapple.
Seriously? Wow.
So, the Gotham City... I just cracked like a little 6th grade boy. Gotham City Sirens may be including the Black Mask. David Ayer is taking on the Gotham City Sirens movie, formerly of Suicide Squad and...
A ton of other movies. Mostly good movies.
Amazing movies.
Training Day.
Yep.
SWAT.
SWAT?
SWAT.
I think that's how you say that.
SWAT. Yeah, like the SWAT team.
Yeah. He posted on Twitter a panel from Batman Under the Red Hood of Black Mask saying, there's a picture of Black Mask, and he was saying, I heard it's just the street stuff, not worth my time. So
Drugs.
Could be that, could be drugs, according to Chris. Could be that the Gotham City Sirens are perhaps fighting him.
Teaming up with him.
Could be teaming up with him.
Could be...
other things. Could be sort of like a Jared Leto.
Yeah, he could show up in the movie for like 30 seconds.
And like just not be a part of it at all. But who knows? We'll see. Pineapple.
So we talked last week about how E.141 is joining the cast of Inhumans as Black Bolt. As Maximus. Whoops. But we have news this week that Anson Mount, who played Cullen Bohannon on Hell on Wheels,
great show,
has been cast as Black Bolt. I think this is super interesting. One, because we're going to see Black Bolt on film, and he doesn't talk. Secondly, I think that Anson Mount, watching Hell on Wheels, he was just as far as like his demeanor, he was very similar to Black Bolt, very stoic, very strong, just a big, strong man.
Intense gaze.
Yeah. All of the intensity.
Just a figure.
Yeah.
You're intimidated by him.
Yeah. And, I mean, Black Bolt, his voice is so powerful that it's been said that he could destroy a planet with a whisper. So, destroy a city with a whisper, excuse me.
I borrowed your Old Man Logan.
Yes.
The other day.
Yes, you did.
And Black Bolt plays a part of that story.
Yep.
And he speaks in that story. That's crazy what happens.
Yeah.
If you haven't read that, if you participated in our giveaway, that's awesome. Read that story even if you didn't participate in the giveaway. But Black Bolt plays a really cool part in that story.
Oh yeah, definitely. But Jeff Loeb, who is the head of Marvel Television, said that Anson loves the challenge of playing a character who will only communicate silently. His enthusiasm mixed with his imposing, almost regal persona made it easy to see why he is our Black Bolt. So kind of in line with the stoicism. Totally. And then Scott Buck, who's the showrunner for the Inhumans, said that Black Bolt is a character whose deep complexity must be conveyed without uttering a single word, and I'm very excited to have Anson on board to bring him to life. So it's really good to see that the guys that are kind of who the hammer drops on for the show are both really excited to have Anson on board, and I am too. I think it's a good choice, and I think it's gonna be gonna look really neato having him across from that really crappy guy from Game of Thrones.
Ewan.
Ewan.
Ron.
Run.
Rian.
Rien. Pineapple.
Green Lantern is coming back. We recently heard about him in the
a Green Lantern.
A Green Lantern. We recently heard about him sort of tongue-in-cheek in the Deadpool movie when Deadpool comments about his suit.
Just don't make the super suit green or animated.
I watched that again for like the 5th time like 2 weekends ago.
Only
great.
5?
Only 5, yeah.
You step it up.
According to Humberto Gonzalez, Snyder will be including a Green Lantern in the Justice League movie. Pretty sweet. I didn't start off this pineapple with the title of the pineapple piece. Green Lantern will be appearing in Justice League. That's great.
Cool.
Sweet.
Tell me more, bro.
Humberto isn't revealing who, but says the name is funny sounding. This rules out Guy Gardner, Hal Jordan, John Stewart.
The basic Green Lanterns.
Right. The other human lanterns.
Ones we know.
Right. Yeah. It's potentially a rumor, I guess, because it hasn't been confirmed by the studio. But yeah, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's really exciting. I think it's most exciting because like you have to look at the Green Lanterns as like, oh man, did you see the really crappy one?
I didn't see it.
With Ryan Reynolds?
No, because I just heard it was terrible.
So the Green Lanterns are like intergalactic cops, basically.
Right.
So it's like you have all sorts of different creatures from across the entire universe, and I hope so much that they don't bring in an animated Green Lantern because it's gonna go so poorly.
Who would you like to see play Green Lantern?
I don't know, man. It could go any way. It depends on which lantern is going to, like, I mean, Guy, Hal, and John Stewart are all the Green Lantern over Sector 2814, I think. But I don't know why I look to
Chris.
you for affirmation.
Sure.
But they're all the Green Lanterns over 2814 as the ring gets passed. So, I mean, it would depend on what sector it is. And honestly, I think it would be cool to have, like, some kind of, like, really heavy makeup. But I think that doing too much down the animated path is going to... Like, I feel like it's a little too soon. There's still a really bad taste in a lot of people's mouths about how poorly Green Lantern turned out the first time.
There's so many zeitgeist jokes already about how bad that was. So they can sort of only go up from here.
Yeah.
Let's hope it's a good one. Pineapple.
Xbox is doing a super cool thing. They are releasing a new feature for Xbox Live users called Game Pass. It is the Xbox Game Pass. The little press release they spit out says 2K 505 Games, Bandai Namco Entertainment, Capcom Codemasters, Deep Silver, Focus Home Interactive, Sega SNK Corporation, THQ Nordic GmbH, Warner Brothers Interactive Entertainment, and Microsoft Studios. There's something for everyone to enjoy, and you'll always find something exciting to play across a variety of genres. Some of the fan-favorite titles coming to Xbox Game Pass when it launches to the broader Xbox community later this spring include Xbox 5 Guardians, Payday 2, NBA 2K16, and Soul Calibur 2. What?
Halo 5?
I said Halo 5 Guardians.
You did?
Yeah.
I thought you said Xbox Live Guardians.
Xbox Live Guardians.
Yep, that's one.
Yeah.
That's the one.
But really cool. How this is going to work, it's going to be a $9.99 a month charge, like subscription, just like your Netflixes and your Hulus and your Spotifys. But it's endless play for over 100 games. Another really cool thing about it is downloadable content, DLC, is going to be offered at a discounted price to pass holders. I was looking through some of the images that they've uploaded of the games that will be coming. Some of the really interesting ones include like Saints Row 2. So some older games, some newer games, definitely some fan favorites. The Lego Batman game is one of them. I think it's a really smart idea. I think that it's a really big push, especially with PS4 kind of winning the titles race right now, which is what it all comes down to in console gaming, is who's got the better exclusive titles. That's what gets your buyers. That's what gets your consumers. And I think PS4 is definitely winning that race. I actually just recommended a PS4 over an Xbox One to a friend of mine recently. And I'm a diehard Xbox One. Like, I'm diehard Xbox. Gears of War all the way. But I think this is a really great way to bring in new consumers to the Xbox. And I think not only that, but people that have the Xbox already, they're going to appreciate this immensely. It's a ton.
That endless play model, I mean, you mentioned Netflix earlier, but that subscription-based model where you get unlimited access to certain content has proven over the years to be a very successful model. And you already pay for Xbox Live, right?
Yeah. So this is
an additional charge.
Yeah, this is going to be on top of. So it's $60 a year.
Okay.
For Xbox Live, and then you're looking at $120 more, so $180 for the year, and you're online. You're playing online. You're playing with your friends. You're playing any one of 100 games as much as you want.
Yep. That could work out really cool for them. That's awesome.
Yeah, I think it's great. But you can expect that to come out sometime this spring, 2017. So keep your eyes peeled and keep on that Xbox dashboard for those Xbox users. Pineapple.
Rob Liefeld wants Russell Crowe of Gladiator fame to play Cable in Deadpool 2. They exchanged Twitter comments at each other, and it was really funny, actually. We were reading it before. Robert Liefeld said, I really want Russell Crowe to read for the role of Cable.
He just said, I want Russell Crowe to read for Cable.
And Russell Crowe responded, you want me to read for it? And Rob responded with dude, total respect to you. Not what I meant.
Poorly worded.
And then attached kind of like a concept art picture of Russell Crowe as Cable, which was my least favorite image I've seen today of anything. I do not like this.
Every time I hear Russell Crowe and hear he's in talks to be in whatever role that I care about, I just think back to Master and Commander, one of the most disappointing films of our generation.
I'm so glad you mentioned that, because I've had people in the past come up to me and tell me how much they enjoyed Master and Commander.
They are wrong.
And I look at them blankly and don't have words to say to them about how much I disliked that movie.
Yeah, I believe everyone's entitled to their own opinion unless they like Master and Commander, and then you no longer are entitled to your own opinion.
This Cable role thing, I mean, there's intriguing people being talked about to play him.
Yeah.
But I would rather have Macaulay Culkin play
Home Alone Macaulay Culkin or current strung out looking
heroin addicted Macaulay Culkin play Cable as this string bean version of Cable, rather than Russell Crowe. So just where I'm at.
I agree with that. I don't like it. I don't like the idea of him being in it. I think that he's a little too straight, of a stoic of an actor. Yeah. I just don't think it's gonna do super great things for me.
Yeah. So, don't like it. Hopefully, we'll hear some more news about who might play Cable as a better option in the future. Pineapple.
So speaking of ideas that I don't like, Mel Gibson is currently in talks to direct Suicide Squad 2.
Why?
The only thing I have about this, I had to go look and think, okay, I know Mel Gibson has directed some movies that aren't bad, So I went and looked to see
At,
what
like, his
exactly
director
it was.
credits?
Yeah. And it was like Braveheart was like the only good one other than like Passion of the Christ. But I think Passion of the Christ was only that good because it was really, really
Real.
Yeah. So it was. So Braveheart. Like, Braveheart is the only great credit to Mel Gibson's name, in my opinion.
Did he direct Patriot?
No. No.
Bummer for him.
Yeah, that would have been on the list. Like, I never saw Apocalypto, but I never really...
I did.
I never cared to.
It was like a 6.5 in my opinion. I liked it. I even bought it.
Sure.
When it came out, because it was sort of like in that, like, I was into buying DVDs when that movie came out, and that was like one of those, I want to own this movie because it was a cool concept and it was a different storytelling method than I'd seen before. It still wasn't like an amazing movie.
Yeah, well, the thing here is he's in talks to direct Suicide Squad 2. And he did Hacksaw Ridge. I heard that did really well.
Oscar nominated, right?
Yeah.
Haven't seen it yet either.
Yeah.
Want to, but
can't speak to it.
No,
but I imagine it's Braveheart of World War II.
Right.
But he's in talks to direct a film. He had a meeting recently with some people over at Warner Brothers, and when he was asked about it, he said, "I don't know. I just met with some guys about some story points. It's not a done deal or anything, but it's just fun to shoot the bull, you know. When it comes to a story, I love doing it, and if we can elevate any concept, it's good."
I don't even know what that comment. If we can elevate any kind of concept,
yeah, man.
What does that sentence mean?
Like, if we could just get some concepts, like
if we dropped acid and talked about movie concepts, maybe that sentence makes sense in the netherworld. But I don't know what that. I don't know what that means in real filmography.
Yeah, I don't either. But I do know that it sounds like he's down to do it if they offer it to him, which hurts my soul. But we'll see. We'll see how it turns out. I mean, there's definitely a lot that can be improved upon from the first one.
I did love. This is a side topic, but I did love all the like subreddit stuff about Suicide Squad has more Oscars than all the. Yes, it won that Oscars was amazing this year.
Yeah, won the Oscar for best hair and makeup.
Yeah,
yeah.
And did it have a second one?
Did it win a second one?
I thought maybe.
I thought it was just
maybe
makeup.
I just saw his name twice. And
it was like
it was
best
the same.
makeup.
I don't
maybe
know what
it
else.
was makeup and costume.
Like sound editing, maybe.
Oh, I have no idea.
I don't either. Anyway,
but yeah, Mel Gibson in talks for Suicide Squad 2. We'll see. We'll see how that road goes. But I already don't like it. Pineapple.
So we got a great new trailer for Kong's final trailer for Kong Skull Island.
Worst name. Like,
if you've ever like telegraphed a story before through a title, this is it, right?
Like this is like 50s B movie quality title.
I'm genuinely excited about this movie though.
Oh, me too. Yeah.
Like
the title is
despite the title.
You guys could have done 1,000 things better, but you decided on
Skull Island.
B movie cinema name.
Was Skull Island the name of Peter Pan's island that he like escaped from Captain Hook in?
I'm gonna Google that right now.
I think it is. Or Skull Rock.
Like a rock.
It's one of those two. Anyway, a sweet new trailer just dropped today, Tuesday. You're listening Thursday, so you may have already seen it. But if you haven't, Google that.
Skull Rock.
Skull Rock. I knew it was close. It sounds kind of like Disney-esque almost cheesy, too, yeah. Right? I don't know, is Disney making this movie? Anyway. This is like action-packed trailer with more monsters in it than we've seen. We see more of the like under-earth dwelling creatures. Kong is attacked by like an octopus-looking type creature. you see more of the characters and who they are. And Brie Larson looks like she's just gonna do a great job. It got me pumped today. I've talked about Skull Island a couple times on the podcast. I'm nerding out for it.
Digging it, bro. I think the coolest thing about the trailer is that they took like sound effects, like guns, guns cocking and explosions happening, and like built it into this like really sweet beat.
Of the machine gun stuff.
It was really neat.
The background music is like 1950s, 1960s, sort of like
B-movie,
Vietnam War era kind of B-movie
soundtrack. Yeah.
There's a lot of death and destruction happening underneath it, and the music and the lyrics like directly foil what's happening on the screen. It's just like hilarious.
It's hilarious.
So you should look it up. It's great. I'm stoked for it. This is gonna be an awesome movie. Pineapple.
You're dumb. So there's an upcoming X-Men show that just got or that had a pilot ordered. So they're like going through casting and everything right now. The show is coming out by Fox. It basically focuses around a couple of parents, regular parents of mutant children, and their attempt to escape the hostile government, attempting to round up all the mutants. We talked about it before. Blair Redford, who is well known for acting in terrible soap operas, and Jamie Chung, who most recently, to at least our community, has been on Gotham. Those two are already on board. But Stephen Moyer, who played Bill Compton on True Blood, has been cast as the lead character.
Oh man!
Which
do we know who the lead character is?
No, we like the amount of information on this is so slim. It's crazy.
Because I heard about this. I heard that new X-Men pilot, but I didn't hear any other news about it.
All we know about him is that his name is Reed, and he's described as an ambitious lawyer trying to keep the balance between a busy work life and time with his family. So it's like the most foxiest Fox thing that Fox has ever done.
Has there ever been another TV lawyer type struggling with any other issues?
No. Maybe Ally McBeal, and she was struggling with the D. But
being a woman in a professional field,
right? Yeah.
That's another one that was just thrown in there.
Yeah, she was dealing with being in a boys' club. But no,
she married Harrison Ford, so in real life,
true.
so she doesn't really have any problems.
Yeah, not a bad deal.
Other than flight.
That's true. He crashed a plane.
He almost crashed a plane.
But anyways, Fox is putting it out, so that's really great. I'm really excited to see like the first 2 and only 2 episodes of the show that ever get to air. You self-righteous D-bags. What?
You looked right at me. I thought I'd done something terrible. Like, Kyle, you just messed up everything about the podcast.
You ruined it. No, I mean, it's so funny though to look back at. It's funny in like the least funny possible way. But you look back at like Fox's track record with sci-fi, and it's just like there's not been a single show that's gone on more than like a couple seasons.
Barren wasteland.
Barren wasteland of like rotting corpses of half-done season finales. So either way, Bill Compton from True Blood, Hottie McHot is gonna be hot. Is gonna be playing the lead. So we'll see how this thing shapes up once we get some more information. Like, I don't know, a name. So it'll be interesting. I'm really excited to see what happens. I think Legion's doing really well, so maybe that'll pave the way a little bit more firmly for this show to do well as well. As well. Pineapple.
So it wouldn't we wouldn't be doing our jobs well, I don't think, if we could get out of this episode without mentioning what happened on Sunday. Sunday was
Sunday.
The Oscars. And all was going fine.
Mostly.
Jimmy's a pretty good host.
Suicide Squad won an Oscar, so it wasn't going fine.
It wasn't going perfectly. But Jimmy's a pretty good host. we get to the end, and you've all heard about this, but so I'll just report the facts. PricewaterhouseCoopers, the accountant firm, known like just one of the big four accounting firms in the country, has for like 83 years has been in charge of the envelopes.
Which is hilarious to me.
Why I just like couldn't even get over to that. Like why do
you guys give this to an accounting firm?
That doesn't make sense.
Are they not more expensive than, I don't know, an administrative assistant?
I don't get it. But they've been in charge of the envelopes, handing the envelopes to the presenters in a way that is professional, and they've never made it secretive. It's secretive. Maybe there have been other mistakes in the past, but man, did we get the biggest mistake of all time in Oscar history.
Well, and in fairness, they did pick like the two oldest possible people
in Warren Beatty
to make
and Faye Dunaway. Collective age of like 170.
Of 1 millennia.
It took them a while to get out there center stage. Anyway, so I read this story this morning, and he's a partner at PwC. Mm-hmm. He was tweeting he took a picture of Warren Beatty and Faye Dunaway before they went out on stage, was holding two envelopes, and handed them the backup envelope for what's her name from La La Land?
Emma
Stone, who won Best Actress.
Right.
Great. Awesome. Good for her. Handed him the envelope for her. And they walk out on the center stage, and they announce La La Land winning Best Picture. Only this dude is holding the envelope for Moonlight, who actually did win Best Picture. They announced on center stage. La La Land director came up, gave a speech,
and then goes, "Oh,
we made a mistake."
Looks at the trophy and sees that it says Moonlight on it.
I don't know if there's a more devastating feeling to be up in front of tens, maybe hundreds of millions. I don't know how many people watch the Oscars. At least tens of millions of people, and all of these, super celebs in the audience, and having to give a speech that you actually didn't win anything for. That's terrifying.
Well, and then he gets really frustrated.
Yeah.
When they're like, "Oh, you just hang on to that one." And it's like, "No, I would really like to give this to my friends over at Moonlight." It's like, oh.
M. Night Shyamalan later
the point of this whole thing
in the evening. Later in the evening, M. Night Shyamalan takes credit for what happened on Twitter. He said, he tweeted out, "I wrote the ending of the Academy Awards 2017 at Jimmy Kimmel. We really got him." And you could almost believe him. Because Jimmy is so deadpan. He's so
cool and controlled.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas Jimmy Kimmel, we know from late night TV, who would be cracking jokes left and right to try and ease it up.
Yep. Terrible.
Hilarious
happening on Sunday night at the Oscars. I feel terrible for La La Land because it's a great movie. Yeah. Super happy for Moonlight. I haven't seen it yet. I really want to see it because I hear it's a great movie.
So speaking of that statement, I saw this really funny pie chart today, and it was one little tiny sliver, and then one a very small pizza slice, and then the rest of it.
Yeah.
And it was the tiny sliver, or the tiny sliver was movies that I've seen that are nominated for Oscars.
Right.
And then the tiny little pizza slice is movies that I've seen that I want to see that people have recommended to me or whatever.
Yeah.
And then the other part of it was movies that I've never even heard of until this awards show. Which is so true.
Yeah, seriously. I had kept up with it because I like Mahershala Ali. Mm-hmm. He's been in a bunch of stuff I really like.
Like Luke Cage.
House of Cards.
Luke Cage.
He was in Place Between the Pines several years ago.
Yep.
He didn't have a huge role in that, but I liked him in it.
He's good.
He's a good actor. Pineapples.
Why did it become plural?
I don't know.
Anyways, Death Stranding is quickly and uncomfortably becoming the world's weirdest video game. This video game is the newest and upcoming video game from Hideo Kojima. We've seen some footage from it, and it makes like zero sense. They're like lobsters on a beach.
Dark Tower.
No. Like way less cool, like way more confusing. I don't even know how to explain it because it's just like so very strange. But unfortunately, Mads Mikkelsen, who is in the game, he actually got like the plot rundown directly from Hideo Kojima, and he said, yeah, as soon as he started like drilling down into details, I just got lost.
A person in the video game is lost about the point.
A person that has to like read lines for this game has no idea what's even happening. Like Hideo Kojima is pretty well known for having like some really weird, like out there video game plots. But this one, at least from the way it looks like it's gonna be like far and above everything else. But Norman Reedus and Guillermo del Toro are also in the game. Also, Emma Stone is potentially in the game as well. It's kind of a rumor floating around right now, but it has not been confirmed by anybody involved. I really hope this game doesn't suck because it looks gorgeous, and Hideo Kojima makes really great games. So he's got a good track record. His games don't always make sense, at least for me. So I wouldn't be surprised if this one didn't. But I mean, really what it all boils down to is hopefully we'll get some good details at E3 this year, and we can actually like start forming conclusions, and hopefully they'll have some gameplay going on there. Who knows? But pineapple. That is it for the show.
We did it.
That's everything. That's all the pineapples.
Got all the way through it.
So many pineapples.
I want some pineapple now.
We don't have any, so get over it. But really quick before we head out, if you're interested in sponsoring the show, check out Patreon. It's like Kickstarter but monthly. Satchel Podcast Player, where you can tip and tweet while listening, and our Amazon affiliate search bar at the bottom of our website, betweenthecons.com.
Hit us up.
Speaking of betweenthecons.com, that's our website. You can go there. You can stream our episodes online. You can link out to all of our social media. And if you like our theme music, check out Afixa, because he makes that dope dubstep for your ear holes.
Dope dubstep.
That dope dubstep. And then make sure you guys tune in on Monday, because we're going to be back, and we're going to have some friends, and we're going to all be talking about Logan. Which is crushing it in theaters right now. 95% certified fresh on Rotten Tomatoes. Crazy. Fox
He took a pay cut to make it R-rated, people. It's gonna be awesome.
Fox is finally making it happen, and it's Jackman's
I'm drooling.
Jackman?
Jackman's.
Yeah, Jackman. Hackman. Gene Hackman, Hugh Jackman.
That's the one.
It's his last movie, and it's so dumb. But we're going to be back. We're going to be reviewing that, so make sure you guys tune in on Monday. We will have spoilers, but we'll let you know before they start dropping. You guys have a great weekend. Go see Logan, and tune in on Monday.
Take it easy. Don't say it if you don't mean it.